Okay, so I'm checking this pedal position, brake pedal position sensor that is in the older Grand Cherokees, but not in my 95. But I put my 93 harness from Hippo into the 95 that doesn't have this. So I got a pigtail sitting in there, and it's giving me that ABS light. And it did go out plugging this thing in. So if I have to leave this plugged in light off the side, but I'm like, maybe I can just figure out what its resistance is idle. So it's 250 ohms sitting here. But as this moves in, this measures the brake pedal position, it jumps into the K ohms, very, very little amount, 0.4. I'm pushing in a little bit slowly, 5.56, 7.8 to 1 kilo ohm. Now I doubt your pedal ever goes this far, probably more than that. 18 kilo. So, but all the way in, pressed all the way. Look at that, it's like 23 mega ohms, 24 mega ohms, keeps going up. Ain't that interesting? So, let's see, from there, resting position is 250 ohms, and about halfway is about 1K. 1 kilo ohms. And it's weird that they removed this. And boy, if I haven't dug in schematics and information, I can't find anything on the ECM, PCM of the actual ABS controller. What they did to remove this. Is it internal and they just took the wiring out? It's on pin 16, I believe, and pin 41. And I haven't got another one to, well, I guess I do. I just haven't pulled the connector off to look and see if there's anything wired to it, or they just internally remove it and then take the wires out. Because this 95's vacuum booster, the brake booster, doesn't have this on it, like I've shown in some of my other videos. But the 93 and 94 Grand Cherokees, it does have this. So my 93 has it, Ellie's 94 has it, but my black 95 and burn victim, my Rookie 3, does not have this. So it's interesting. I'm going to just put a resistor in there, 250 ohms, see if that takes care of it. I'm going to just plug this in anyway and leave it laying off to the side and see if I can drive around and not get an ABS light come on. And if that cures it, fine, I'll leave this laying off to the side. But maybe a resistor of 250 ohms will do it too. Well, I don't have a 250, but I had a 220 ohm, which is red, red, brown on the color codes. I can't get this to focus. Red, red, brown. So I cram that in there. And let's see if this will keep the ABS light off or go off. And it does. Fabulous. Now I can drive without any check engine lights of any kind or idiot lights on at all. Wonderful. But I haven't test driven it with that resistor in there. I'll test drive it. Make a video as I test drive it and see if that keeps it off. Well, it looks like it's going to stay off. The only thing about jumping out that sensor, so if they removed that sensor, that brake pedal position sensor, did they just put a resistor internally in the transmission controller or in the wiring harness and then not run the pigtail to where that sensor was? When they made the 95 and just removed that out of the systems, will that mean that my ABS will still work? I don't know, and I got to get on some ice or snow again, but I've got melty roads now, and see if that my ABS is still going to work, that it will keep it, pulse the pedal and not let your wheels lock up. But at least it's nice now to be able to drive and not look at that ABS light. So I'm just tooling the back roads again for a test drive, and in time I guess we'll see if my ABS will work or not sure. Okay, so I finally have got some slick roads again, able to test my ABS with jumping out that brake pedal position sensor so my ABS light stays off, and I can slam on the brakes and I can hear it pumping and pulsing the pedal, so my ABS is working fine. why they ever put that brake pedal position in the vacuum booster on the first 2 series of Grand Cherokees and maybe some other vehicles. I think I saw it on an old Ram too. I don't know why they ever put that in. So, you know, my understanding is it always monitors your brakes, your wheel speed sensors for, you know, pulsing the ABS pump so it doesn't lock that wheel when it starts seeing it slipping. I don't know why they would bother ever putting that brake pedal position sensor in. Obviously, it was not something needed, and they took it out later. So I think in the ABS controllers, they either just put a 250 ohm resistor in there to bypass it, or, you know, a couple inches out on the harness, did it inside the harness, and then, you know, cut it and ended the pigtail going all the way to where the brake booster is, because there was just no need for it. So hallelujah, putting that 220 resistor in there, turned off my ABS light, and now I don't have to have any idiot lights on. So cha-ching, it worked. And I'm also testing something else out. I've got my old cell phone over here running Ulysses speedometer. This phone doesn't have service anymore. Service has been moved to my new phone I'm holding. This is a phone I actually stopped using 7-8 months ago, and it's nice to see the Ulysses speedometer still works without cell service to it. That's something else I wanted to know. So old phones are useful for different things besides storing, you know, just you can put music on them, use them as your MP3 player as well. But it's kind of a cool thing. I like that program. Comes up quicker than the other speedometer program I was using, and it has a whole lot of data to it. It's cool to check out. Anyway, out for another nice short little drive, test drive.